Welcome to CCN TV News, your premier source for local and international news. From the streets of Kingston to the capitals of the world, we are ready to cover you stories that shape our world. Stay tuned for breaking news. President Donald Trump has never been a stranger to bold headline-grabbing policies, and now he's back with one of his most controversial ideas yet: a 5,000 baby bonus for every new child born on U.S. soil. On the surface, it sounds like a straightforward family incentive, giving struggling parents a financial boost, stimulate the economy, and perhaps rebuild America's declining birth rate. But scratch a little deeper, and a far more calculated strategic picture begins to emerge, one that has African American and Caribbean immigrant communities asking, is this really for us or for him? Demographers have been warning for years. America's birth rate is slipping dangerously low. For the first time in history, the country is not producing enough children to replace its population. This decline spells trouble for the economy, the military, the labor force, and ultimately political power. Enter Trump's 5,000 baby bonus. But unlike a universal policy that benefits all groups equally, insiders note that the greatest potential impact would be among African American communities and Caribbean immigrant families, many of whom traditionally have higher birth rates than their white counterparts, but who are also facing steep economic challenges that delay or deter childbearing. Why is Trump targeting Black and Caribbean families? Let's look into it. Observers believe Trump's move may be strategically designed to 1. Revitalize urban areas heavily populated by Black and Caribbean Americans. 2. Rebuild economic stability in marginalized communities that have been hit hardest by inflation, housing crisis, and job insecurity. 3. Shift demographics in politically important cities and states where minority communities could make or break future elections. And here's the twist. Some argue that this is not merely about economics, but a political rebranding effort. After years of criticism for policies perceived as anti-immigrant or racially divisive, a generous baby bonus aimed at minority families could be Trump's way of reshaping his image without ever having to say he was wrong. Supporters see it as a rare moment where minority families could actually benefit from a federal program designed to uplift, not punish. A 5,000 start per child could help cover medical bills, childcare, early education, or even form the basis for generational wealth building. Critics, however, smell a rat. Some argue that while the short-term money sounds appealing, it does nothing to address the systemic issues that make raising children difficult in minority communities. Issues like lack of affordable housing, crumbling schools, mass incarceration, and limited healthcare access. Others warn that financial incentives for childbirth have a dark history, sometimes linked to efforts at social engineering, attempts to encourage or discourage rather certain populations from growing based on political needs. Why now? That's the burning question on everyone's mind. Trump's 5,000 baby bonus looks less like a benevolent gesture and more like a high-stakes gamble to control America's generation. Let's look at the bigger picture. If passed, this 5,000 baby bonus could radically alter birth trends in the United States over the next decade, For African American and Caribbean families, this could mean new opportunities or new dangers. Opportunities: greater financial security, population growth, and a louder political voice. Let's look at the dangers. Exploitation, tokenization, and policies that fail to address deeper systemic barriers. The African American and Caribbean communities now face a crossroads. Accept the money and hope for genuine investment, or stay wary, knowing that not all gifts are given without strings attached. In the end, Trump's latest proposal leaves us with more questions than answers. Boosting blackbirds? Why no? The stakes have never been higher, and the truth may be far more complex than it first appears.